Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to the 43rd Big Beer Friday. I'm Greg with Fizzics, joined here by Andy, a Milwaukee area Fizzics brand ambassador and co-host in the Tap Takeover podcast. And to my right here is Paige, the owner of House of Brews, which is where we are now in Madison, Wisconsin. And tell us a little bit about the business. You guys do contract brewing, you brew your own beers.
Correct. I started out 2011, late 2011. Set out to just brew my own beer, but as things developed, it turned into more and more contract brewing to the point now where I'm 90% plus contract brews.
So you're helping a lot of these small upstart breweries get their foot.
Right. I'm kind of like a brand launcher, incubator, as it were, to help get some other brew brands up and going, and a lot cheaper than having to build out their own brewery.
And you don't have to, it's not like a massive scale, you don't have to commit to some contract. I saw on the website where you can just brew one batch.
One batch.
It's very, what's the size system?
10 barrels.
So you can come, if you don't have, if you're thinking about opening a brewery, but you don't have the money to put out all the outlay for all the equipment right off the get-go, try your moves at
generally say
a
a minimum of 3,000. That would be really bare bones because you've got to supply the kegs, cooperage. And right now I don't have in-house bottling, so we've had to hire a mobile packager, either a canner or a bottler.
Which is another awesome supporting business now for people getting started. So
yeah, I mean it does add to the price a bit, but even if I were doing it myself, I would still have to charge close, so there might be a little savings, but at this point I don't know how much really that would even be, so we just hire it out.
Well, these beers we're drinking today are your own brews, so you brew a lot of other people's beer and help them get started, but today, what are we drinking, and what should we get into first here?
Well, as it's Big Beer Friday, one's bigger than the other. I have two.
Let's end with the bigger one, maybe?
Sure.
All right.
So the one we would start with is my Mausoleum Belgian Black IPA. It's a Black IPA fermented with a Belgian yeast, featuring the Mosaic hop.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
And it's part of a series that I did of hop, and that's one of them. I did a Sixer one and Galaxy one, Amarillo one. And what else? A Sriracha Yace one. So, and all of them, the names and kind of the artwork, the theme is an architectural theme because it's House of Brews. Curious to see how this
check it out in action, man. This is your first experience with it. So I'm pushing back. This is where we leverage our sound wave technology to give what we call micro foam head on the beer. Really tiny, uniformly sized bubbles, so you have longer head retention and gives off more of those aromas, so you can get out the flavor nuances. I'm sure you put a lot of hops in there. You want to get all that good Mosaic aroma through it. Yeah.
Nice. It does bring out a lot of the fruit from the Belgian yeast and the Mosaic hop character.
All about just presenting the beer in the best light. I mean, the brewers do all the work, all the make a perfect product and get it in the package, and we just want to make sure that when it hits the lips, you get the full experience.
Super creamy mouthfeel to it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a good bit of wheat malt in there that adds to the creaminess of this beer in general. I like the interplay between the Belgian yeast. I use the Y yeast, Belgian wheat yeast, and the Mosaic hops. I've let this thing ferment really, really warm too, bring out a lot of that spicy, fruity Belgian character. I'll let this fermentation run up to about 90 degrees. So.
A bit of free ride.
Yeah, it'll go. Yeah, it'll go pretty high. Yeah.
Hey, cheers, man! Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. It's nice.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know that I've had black IPA with a Belgian yeast. This is first for me.
what I consider to be my most unique beer, and at the time that I came up with it a couple years ago, doing a little research, I didn't see any that I could find like easily. I'm sure someone's done it, right? It's kind of like most
The
things.
number of
Someone's done it
breweries
before.
Yeah. But no, it's tough to get a beer this color without adding too much roast, and especially you want to be careful with the black IPA because you're kind of going for a hop balance there, and introducing a yeast that, you know, their own concerns there with clashing with the hops and everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a nice. It's hard to make this all mesh, is what I'm getting at, and I think you did a good job here.
Thank you. That has a good dose of Brews' Black Prince malt. It's their deep bitter.
That's a relatively new one out there, right?
Yeah, I've been a fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a home brewer, I'd always use the carafas.
Yeah. It's like huskless, right? So it
yeah,
doesn't have all them.
right. They take off the husk and they call it a de-bittered, highly kilned malt.
Have to have a gentle hand, but yeah, this is. You look at this and you think it might be like, you know, have some roast character to it, and it's like, it's just enough to give it character, but it's still very much an IPA. And,
yeah, that's
unique Belgian one of that. Yeah. So right on, and great taste. Drinking out of the great taste glass, if you can see that. We'll be there tomorrow, as will a lot of breweries. A lot of breweries.
And all the great pre-parties tonight too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Madison's a place to be right now.
It can get. You have to be careful with the pre-parties.
Yeah, we got a long day tomorrow, so if you guys are there, come check out the Fizzics booth. And getting on to the next beer. This is called Duplex. We'll zoom in on that label there. It's a cool one. Belgian double. Yeah. And I'll let you take over from there. Yeah.
It is the result of a fortunate mistake. In this beer, I was trying to make a Belgian quad. I was using the Ardennes yeast. It conked out a little early on me. Was a little too sweet. I needed that tank open, and so I decided to go ahead and put it in bourbon barrels. And that's why it's called Duplex. And if you look at the label, it's kind of like a duplex theme with the fermenter on one side and the barrel on the other side, as if they're a house.
Nice. Tying in again the architecture, the House of Brews that we are in here.
Right. I have a lot of fun with my labels that way. I was really fortunate. This one received a local beer critic, Robin Shepard, who writes for the Isthmus, the local free paper here in town. It got his Beer of the Year 2016. So,
right on.
Even though it's been in the bottles a while, it was big enough, about 8.5%, 9%, and being bourbon barrel aged, was able to stand up to.
Oh yeah, get that whiff of bourbon just from the nose there. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Salud.
Again, a lot of fruit and caramel flavors.
Some raisiny, like bourbon-soaked raisin
from the Ardennes yeast. A very nice yeast, but for me at least, it's at times been a finicky yeast.
This is really good,
especially when you push it.
A lot of good malt flavor going on there.
Thanks.
Got some depth.
Yeah.
Great foam stand. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are your initial thoughts? This is the first time you've ever seen this?
I'm pretty, especially with this beer, the Mausoleum generally has a lot of foaminess to it because it's partly bottle conditioned. But what the device is doing for this beer is actually kind of, I have to admit, impressive. It's doing a really nice job of just making it smooth and that creamy mouthfeel on it is adding something that it was designed to do.
Yeah.
And make it really nice.
The best part is it doesn't add anything to your beer whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah, just people foam is very important, and not everybody necessarily knows that, and the reasons for it. So part of the what we set out to do is kind of tell people, you know, why you want foam on the beer, and
yeah, that's what's
why it's
driving a lot to the nose, and also
you alter the
mouthfeel.
ingredients and process to increase head retention and stability and all that stuff. So there's reasons and science behind it, and it really does a wonder for the aroma and the flavor and mouthfeel and everything.
And bigger bourbon barrel aged beers in general, and barley wines, they tend to be very difficult to get a good carbonation level.
Yeah.
You know, I'm usually packaging a normal beer between 2.5 to 2.7 volumes of CO2. I'll run barrel aged stuff at 3 volumes, and I still have people saying it could be more carbonated. But when you serve it on this,
you can
throw them on demand. Barrel aged stouts with this.
You can even top off.
You can put the same kind of head on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I like to top it off occasionally. Voila. So I think we'll end with doing a little virtual tour. Awesome. Walk people around the place, show them what to see here.
Yeah, show them my lovely Frankenstein.
I'll let you lead the way.
Alrighty.
See if you're an aspiring brewer watching this. Maybe you can get started here.
Alright.
Alright.
It's a little messy because we just always have people doing everything all over, and it's just kind of crazy. I even have a brew on premises system over there. I had planned on trying to do a brew on premises here as well. But matter of money, I couldn't afford to get that all fired up. So
Mobcraft started here too with you.
Yes,
right?
yeah, Mobcraft launched out of here.
Another Shark Tank company. Cheers, Alex. He says, looking good, fellas.
So here's the heart of it here. Behind you, kind of buried, is the hot liquor tank. It's a 600-gallon bulk milk tank, closed. This is a 450-gallon open top tank.
That's a unique device there, yeah.
I'm not the first, I'm not the last.
Is that where you can harvest the complementing yeast over the top? That's where the hole is?
No. This is the mash tun.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
So it's not in here, but there's a wedge wire screen that goes on the bottom. I have a sparge loop here. I have a recirc loop here. It is a giant picnic cooler. This is just home brewing on a bigger ship. So
we got a question from a viewer asking how many breweries have got their start at House of Brews. You know that off the top of your head?
Like, I would say probably about six. It kind of depends.
Nice.
Like they may have started as a brand, and then I
helped them get going.
Yeah,
I count those.
Usually what it is. But Mobcraft did start here. Kettle started here. Dead Bird started here. Steelhead Ale Works is one of my more recent ones. An existing brand I occasionally brew for. It's Big Bay out of Shorewood, Milwaukee. And then I've passed. I helped One Barrel.
Nice.
Brew, and they're an existing brand.
That makes sense if they're trying to.
I do a little for Parched Eagle here in town. I have a lot of interactions with a lot of brewers.
That's pretty awesome. A staple of the brewing community here.
Yeah, kind of. That's that's what craft brewing is.
It's a great,
part about.
It's an awesome industry, and the community is a big part of it.
Help each other. Bag of malt here, box of hops there.
You can trade for some of that mosaic.
Yeast. Right now I wash kegs for one of the brew pubs here in town, and he gives me really clean, fresh pitches of yeast because he's very meticulous about his yeast and doesn't use it past 4 generations, so he'll hold off his first generation, some of it for me, and I'll use it here. So.
Symbiosis.
Yeah, and then the steam jacket and kettle. Was actually out of Kraft here in town. Probably made Cheese Whiz. It used to have a big giant
No way.
agitator on it, and I had that chopped off and the stack put on, and it converted to a kettle. Then they have these really funky fermenters that look like they came off a Doctor Who set.
I love it. You really do have a nice Frankenstein
I'm
system.
the fifth Wisconsin microbrewery to own these. I bought them. The last owners was Oso.
Jeez.
And then the bright beer tanks down there they're converted wine tanks. They are glycol cooled, but they were not insulated.
So you get some good foam on the outside?
I didn't. John Porter of the Lake Louie did, and I bought those from Lake Louie. I got my glycol system from Central Waters, and just kind of bootstrap the whole thing. 45 small friends and family investors.
I'd love to see that. Phil says, cheers, brewery looks great. And thank you everyone for tuning in here. We're going to sign off, but we just wanted to give you an inside look into the brewery. And thanks so much. We do have another Big Beer Friday this afternoon, so stay tuned. And goodbye from House of Brews. Cheers.